Hello everyone. Welcome to the Nakshatra inventory system. In today's tutorial, we'll walk through a step-by-step guide on how to use the Nakshatra inventory system. Nakshatra inventory system provides a comprehensive solution for creating a fully functional inventory without the need to write a single line of code. After importing the package, navigate to the folder Inventory System Resources Materials Render Pipelines. Here, you'll find separate packages for HDRP, URP, and SRP. Extract the package that matches your project's render pipeline. Next, open the Inventory System Resources folder. Right-click within it and select Create Inventory ItemDB. The ItemDB asset is essential for maintaining a list of all the items created. Now, from the top menu, click Inventory System, Inventory Manager. This opens the Inventory System window, which you can dock wherever convenient. Click Create Inventory to start designing your inventory. First, enter the number of slots required. For this tutorial, I'll use 80 slots. Enter the number of slots per row. I'm setting it to 4. Next, specify the number of rows per page. I'm choosing 5. This creates an inventory page with 5 rows and 4 columns. Select a background sprite for your inventory. You may use your own sprites. For the slot prefab, choose the Inventory Slot UI prefab. You can customize this prefab, but remember to back it up first. Select prefabs for the next and previous buttons for pagination purposes. Adjust the grid layout settings as you prefer. Set the cell size. I'll use 100 by 100. In the HUD settings, select the prefabs for the HP bar, monobar, and stamina bar. You can customize these prefabs with your sprites and colors. Now let's move on to creating currency. First, I'll create copper currency. Select an icon for the currency and enter its conversion rate. When this currency reaches its conversion rate, it will convert to the next currency tier. Next, I'll set up silver and then gold currencies similarly, adjusting as needed. Click Create Inventory and you'll now see the inventory appear in your scene. You can freely adjust the inventory's position and scale. Remember to set the anchor points correctly based on the inventory's placement in your scene. If you play the game now, you'll see the generated inventory slots. From the prefabs folder, drag and drop the UI prefab into the scene and position it as you prefer. This prefab includes Save and Load buttons and the Save Load Manager component. Locate the UI Manager component on the UI game object. Ensure it references the inventory panel or any other panels you wish to toggle when pressing the I or B keys. This also activates the cursor when the inventory is open and disables it upon pressing ESC. Next, let's create a quick access bar. Enter the number of slots. I'm choosing 9. Select a background sprite. For slots, select the Inventory Slot UI prefab. Choose the button number text prefab, which displays the item quantity if stacked. Customize the grid layout settings as desired. Set the cell size. I'm using 65 by 65. Click Create Quick Access Bar, and you'll see it appear in the scene. Adjust its position and anchor points accordingly. Now, let's create the equipment panel. Select the equipment panel prefab from the prefabs folder. Customize as needed, but remember to create a backup. Select the item database. Click Create Equipment Panel. You'll see it appear in the scene. Navigate to the player game object and ensure the inventory component, quick access bar component, and equipment component reference the ItemDB. Linking these correctly is crucial for the save load functionality. Instead of manually placing the equipment panel prefab into the scene, we added it through the inventory system window. This automatically adds the equipment component to the player and correctly references each slot's game object. Within the UI game object, locate the button's game object containing the Save Load UI Manager component. Ensure it references the player's inventory, equipment, and quick access bar. Let's now create an item, starting with a consumable. Enter the item's name and description. I'm creating a minor health potion. Set item type to consumable. Assign an icon for the item inventory display. If the item should stack, enable is stackable. Since it's a health potion, I'll set the stack size to 10. Set the amount, which is the number of items added to the inventory upon pickup. I'm using 1. Add item stats by clicking Add Stat. Since it's a health potion, I'll select health with a value of 8. For the ItemPickup prefab, select a suitable prefab. I'm using a sample prefab I created. Assign the pickup text prefab, which shows a prompt when approaching the item. Customize as needed. Consumable items don't require an additional item prefab. Configure the collider settings as required. Click Create Item, and it appears in the Resources folder. Let's test this item by placing multiple instances in the scene to verify stacking. In the UI Manager component, confirm the inventory and equipment panels are referenced correctly. Testing. Approaching the item shows the pickup prompt. Pressing E picks it up. Press I to view the inventory and confirm the item appears correctly. Dragging items into slots or the quick access bar works smoothly. Right-clicking shows Use or Drop options. Using the item increases the health in the HP bar. After creating items, ensure they're loaded into the ItemDB. Now, let's create another consumable, such as a mana potion, following the same method and testing similarly. After creating items, ensure they're loaded into the ItemDB. Next, we'll create an equipment item, like a training sword. Change item type to equipment. Assign an item icon. Set equipment category to weapon. Specify weapon type, one hand or two hand. I'll select one hand. Check main hand. You can also choose off hand or both for dual wielding. Add appropriate stats. Select the item pickup prefab shown in the scene before pickup. Assign the pickup text prefab. For equipment items, assign an item prefab model equipped on the player. Specify the bone name on the player character, right hand in this case. Adjust the position and rotation, and click Create Item. Load this item into the ItemDB, place it in the scene, and test. Picking up the sword and equipping it correctly shows the equipped model and moves the icon to the equipment panel. Double-click or right-click to equip or unequip. Repeat the process for offhand items like a wooden shield or armor pieces like a leather helmet, assigning correct categories. Finally, create currency drops. Set item type to currency. Configure prefabs and load them into the ItemDB. Place currency in the scene and set the amount in the currency pickup component. Playtest to confirm currency pickup functions correctly. And that's it for today's tutorial. Thank you for watching.